I'm not sure if you know my background. I used to teach at Turner Trade School. I was
Hmm.
their technical director. I basically wrote all their books, created all their study material. I was there for 10 years, and then I left. Now I teach at a local 32 BJ, and like over the last 14 years, I've helped thousands of people get their New York City refrigeration license, but
Hmm.
I never really kept in contact with a lot of the people at Turner. Like, they would leave and I wouldn't hear from them. But over the years, as I've caught up with people, they would tell me like, yeah, I never got a job, and it would just like frustrate me. Like, what is going on where, they're not accomplishing their ultimate objectives. So I started to, do a little kind of homework, and I saw like once they left uh, whatever school I was at, like nobody was guiding them to really walk them through the process of if there were additional certifications, if there were some type of hands-on training, or maybe they should have just taken like a lower level position to try to get into a company that they can work their way up. So that's what I'm trying to do is actually interview some of the higher level people in the industry to be able to advise people who are looking for work.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much hit it on the head. I mean, if 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 someone's engaged and has their heart into something, especially this trade, I don't know if some people set their expectations to start too high,
Hmm.
but there's opportunities
Oh yeah.
at the bottom rung for sure, and that's pretty much the best way to start and learn.
Hmm.
Even if you have a license and you feel you're overqualified for a job, at least like you were saying, you're getting some work experience and you become very valuable as you start to gain experience and knowledge and understanding of different equipment. It's great to go out and pass a test,
Hmm.
but there's nothing that replaces hands-on experience.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's
And I agree with you that people I think get this misconception that if I have licenses in my pocket that people should be flocking after me, and that's not normally the case.
well, it's actually with the especially with the union people, because since I have more of a direct relationship with them after the classes ended, many of them don't have resumes. Many of them uh, they they're not even familiar enough with a computer to apply for the jobs, which is part
Right.
of the process. It's not, it used to be, you could know a guy who knew a guy, but now you
Right.
have to go through a process that was in the future
Well, I
will
mean, they
be.
have to be somewhat competent with the computer to pass the arithmetic test because it's all on a PC now.
Yeah, yeah. But the job application process, because I work with people on that as well, it's become very it's a chore now. Applying for one job online might take an hour. And as you said,
Hmm.
there are a lot of jobs. Like people always tell me there are no jobs. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you're not doing something right. There are hundreds of jobs.
Yeah.
Every new building I look at, the residentials that are going up, there are no more air conditioners or even P-tax. They're all like some type of chilled water going through a fan coil, um, and they all need engineers. And
Yeah.
I'm really trying to provide guidance, especially to younger people, because I feel some of the older people, once you kind of have a family and a house and a mortgage, you're not in a position to be as risk taking with the types of jobs you may go with. But with the younger people, to get into this industry at a young age, it's the sky's the limit in terms of what you can accomplish over the length of
Yeah.
your career. So I know you have
You
to
know,
go.
I started,
Mhm.
I had started out similar to that. I mean, I was an apprentice in Local 30,
Hmm.
and working there, apprenticeship training, and took the refrigeration exam, after my first year and and the like, and started out with apprenticeships jobs, and it's just a great way to learn the trade and work your way up.
Hmm. Hmm.
As a matter of fact, it's funny because I used to be one of the proctors for the refrigeration exam before the computer came.
Oh, you were one of the proctors?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Listen, when I
yeah.
took my
I was
test,
doing
yeah.
it down in Rockefeller Center.
Oh, I took mine at 111 Center Street. Okay. That's great.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah,
That is amazing.
yeah. No, yeah, and now I do. I work for CPS that DOB outsourced the testing of the high pressure steam test. I do that one,
Okay.
and plumber, electrician, sign hanger, rigger,
Hmm.
all those tests fall under their umbrella. So
Okay.
yeah, I like to see well-versed people, come through the system, and the best way to do it is to put your nose to the grindstone and do it right and learn the business, and don't think there's any shortcuts.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. What do you think about uh where they took it from the old verbal practical to the new and everything's going on the computer? What is your
I'm not a fan at all.
Okay.
I like the interaction. I like to see people in that forum, to know that they're familiar with mechanical equipment. They understand when they're looking at a pump what a pump is, and all the different dynamics that go on in a machine room that you can interact with somebody as they're going through the testing process. You're looking to trick them or fail them. That definitely wasn't the case. You're looking to help them and fully understand what they're looking at and understand how things work
Hmm.
and have good concept of that. And then you feel confident that, this person's fully qualified to a plan
Hmm.
and make good decisions.
Yes. Yes.
I think, the computer version, I feel like, people can, just learn how to navigate through that if they're savvy enough.
Yes. It's a video game.
Appreciate, exactly, not appreciate really what they're looking at in real life.
Yes. Yes.
It's,
Yes.
it's a lot different on a computer screen than in real life.
Yeah. It's a
Noise going on in an equipment room
yes.
that you have to be aware of, and you don't get that same feel on a computer screen.
No. No.
On a motor, it could be a million different things.
Hmm.
You have to be in tune to those different sounds and understand exactly what's happening.
Yes. Absolutely.
And that's what's lost in that scenario.
Yeah, it dawned on me that people they don't even realize the scope, how big the equipment is. When I take people on field trips and they actually get to see some of the equipment, they don't even
Yeah,
understand. They have no concept of, you actually have to know this stuff and know what's going on inside of it. So I completely agree with you that something has definitely been lost that I think well, I know I'm definitely trying to help people regain that because, like, I'm looking at your resume. I'm sure you hired many people. If you cannot demonstrate that you know this stuff, why is someone going to give you the opportunity?
yeah. I mean, I've hired all different levels of talent through my career,
Hmm.
and normally the people who are enthusiastic and come across as hard workers, even if they have just a little bit of experience, a lot of times I would go out on a limb and take that as long as they met the minimum requirements.
Hmm.
It's just so important to just have a good attitude, be a hard worker, be willing to learn, and bring that every day.
Yes.
You'll be very successful in life.